Okay, NXT.
What the hell did I just witness?
What was that? What? You see the title. I'm writing it. I'm leaving it exactly as it is. I'm not even doing full descriptions of this show because I'm going like the beginning of it pissed me off. It was stupid. Didn't need to happen. This wasn't necessary. This was stupid. You know what? I'm moving on right now. The Women's Tag Championship. What was that? You let Nikita Lyons and Starks win the damn titles. Then, supposing there wasn't a tag, they reversed their decision. The senior ref said, nope, restart. And then instead of just making it obvious that you want to go with them because you've been pushing them, you go fall back on the other two who basically, it was stupid booking. I don't care anybody likes to see that Chance and Carter are still champs. It's not the point. This was stupid. This type of booking was damn stupid. I can understand if you want to try and do something like this at a pay-per-view, like, guess what?
Halloween fucking Havoc.
And I'm not even saying doing that was right. But I can understand you doing it there. Here, as an opening match. And it was stupid. And them trying to cover it later in the night with an interview was dumb. Because the way it looks, it's going to go one of two ways. That means this team again is going to get a shot at them like they've been getting. And either they're going to lose again. And then looks like Nikita Lyons and Stark are going to split. Or they win, but then you're going to have Chase and Carter again chasing back after them. Where are the other women? Where are the other women that's supposed to be in the division? I'm just saying, moving on. I don't care. Chelsea Blackheart versus Lash Legend with look, I'm still not feeling Quincy Elliott. I'm not. He still feels like Viscera. Big Daddy V. I'm sorry, he does. Admittedly, his boobs are smaller than Big Daddy V. But he's built almost like him. And I'm not even messing about talking about his man boobs. He's built like him. But then, saying that he's as charismatic as him, no. I'm sorry. He's not even close to charismatic. Calm down. Big Daddy V was very unique. I'm not saying he was perfect, but they knew how to book him. At least as much as they could, even though he wasn't always great. And then you got this guy who is trying to act like if he is gay. Not saying he is. He acting like he is gay. Twerking in front of Lash Legend. Acting the way he is. And it don't matter to me. I don't care if he's gay. I don't care if he's bisexual. I don't care if he was even transsexual. I don't care. But when you see how he works the ring, his charisma, his look, I'm not feeling it. I'm not. And it's not because I hate those things. I'm just saying they booked him like crap. I'm not feeling him. So seeing him like that is like, what am I getting from this guy? Nothing. And Chelsea wins, which she had to win because I'm going to be honest here. You look at Lash Legend. It's like a bootleg version of Jade Cargill. I'm being honest here. WNBA have great basketball players for the women. They do. And I'm not even saying that both these women were great basketball players. But when it comes from transitioning from basketball to wrestling, you got the ones who are up here. Like a Jade Cargill. She may not be still 100% great in the ring, but she's got the look. She's got the charisma. She's got it. And then you see Lash Legend. Because she may have the height. She does not have the skill. She does not have it. I'm not feeling from her. She needs a full revamp. And when you hear Booker T during that broadcast saying 100% that if I had her, I would make her into something, I kind of wish he would leave the broadcast table and actually take her under his wing and get it done. Either that or take her back to freaking reality wrestling and do something with her, because she just don't got it. She needs more work, or she just needs a manager to get her to get the work done. I'm just not feeling. Next, let's get to the one thing I really liked the most of, and that was Wesley. And while I was preparing for this, I actually wanted to check something, and I came across a website called, what was it? Dirt Diva. I believe that was the site. And it was about the women in different wrestling promotions, including Impact Wrestling. And I saw, guess who? Kimberly being interviewed, and found out that Kimberly, guess what? She has been seen since December 2021, but she still is under contract a lot like Lady Frost was. And she said, supposedly in a interview from someone from Sports Illustrated, I believe. I think Sports Illustrated. I'm not sure. I think it was. But asked what she's doing. And he says, or ask her what she's doing. She says, I'm still under contract with Impact Wrestling. I still got a year left. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm still open to anything that's going on. I've talked to Gail Kim, but I'm open. Yeah, she is open. Because of what happened to Nash Carter. That man got tormented. That's the reason why when you see Wesley's segment and how he was talking from the heart, because that was him. That wasn't bad. I mean, it looks like they may have let him talk a little bit like himself. But when they talk about him going through 10 months of troubles and torment, they weren't just talking about what was going on in the storyline. They were talking about his friend Nash Carter and how he's been tormented and having trouble with Kimberly. I'm not even saying that he's blameless in anything, but we do know from what was stated by pretty much Wesley's own wife that Kimberly has been tormenting this man and causing havoc. Now, am I saying I'm for Nash Carter? I just want the truth. As far as I know, that is the truth. But when they talked about that 10 months, that's kind of talking about Nash and how he's been struggling without his partner. And even brings up, I never thought I would have gold, particularly by myself. But since there's been trouble, you guys gave me encouragement. You gave me life. That's what he did. And then once he had his moment, of course they had to go somewhere. Now I thought it was going to be Carmelo Hayes, but it was Grayson Waller. And then you get R-Truth, and I'm going like, really? R-Truth again? Now, mind you, and I know one person loves R-Truth, and he's entertaining. And as I said myself, I still love R-Truth. Hell, if no one remembers, guess what? R-Truth is a world champion. Guess for what promotion?
NWA.
NWA. Through Impact or TNA, he became the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. We got a world champion. I wish they would actually state that, but he is a NWA World Heavyweight Champion. I love that man. He's entertaining. But as I said, like for a Johnny Swinger, because one person said that Johnny re-signed his contract, Disco Inferno re-signed his contract. So he's going to be staying in maybe another 3 years. And he says, I can't wait to see what they're going to do with him, and I hope he become a champion. As I said before, he needs to be booked correctly. More than he needs to be a champion. And that kind of goes with R-Truth. Just throwing him anywhere and that he's entertaining is great. But don't you want more from R-Truth? Sometimes for him to be serious. He's joked around for years. And the only time he was truly serious, when he had that feud with John Morrison, smoked in the ring, and it was, 2011, when John Morrison, the Johnny Mundo, was still in WWE in SmackDown, he got pissed off. He literally beat his ass, whooped out a cigarette, and started smoking his ass off on that floor where the ring was. That was the most serious we've ever seen R-Truth. Ever. And I kind of wish they'd do that with him once in a while. I wish they would go and become real serious with him, just maybe once in a while, to make him different. That would give him something he earned and deserves. Like when he had the feud with John Cena, when he meant it. That was one of the few times you ever seen R-Truth really interesting. Not just saying that he can't be entertaining. This is not about him being entertaining, particularly that he thought it was Halloween Havoc, and it took Grayson and West telling him, hey, it already happened. And now he's going to be there next week. I can understand that. He is entertaining. But you guys can't tell me you wouldn't like to see a serious R-Truth once in a while and let him really be treated great. He spent over how many, almost 2 years? A year and a half to 2 years easily, being the 24/7 champion on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off with Mella, on and off with everyone. Wouldn't you like to see him serious just for one more time before he becomes a Hall of Famer? Because we know he's going to be a Hall of Famer. It's making me spit because I'm getting angry. This man once more needs to be serious and get a real title reign. It doesn't matter if it's US, IC, or, weirdly enough, maybe the WWE or the Universal title when they're ready to split those suckers again. It would be nice before he retires to be a World Heavyweight Champion like he is an NWA World Heavyweight Champion. That's what I want for that man. I'm just saying. No, it wasn't through Impact Wrestling. I don't think. Was it? I can't remember. They became NWA champion through Impact or TNA at the time. I think he did. Now, if he didn't, it had to be in NWA. But that's just me. You guys can tell me below if you remember. I think it was through a TNA. He became NWA champion before they became a TNA title. I'm just saying. Now, let's put it like this when it comes to the Creed brothers. We know that there was going to be a 5-minute match when it comes to Brutus Creed versus Damon Kemp. It's going to happen. But supposing he's not cleared. The question is, when are they going to do it? But then before we even know, these two suckers get their asses nailed by what? What are the guys' names? Singer. And what is the other guy's name? Fear. Singer and Fear nailed it too. Now, I've never really paid much attention to these guys from what I've been seeing in NXT. They haven't really done much. But now they nailed both Creed brothers. What does that mean? Why did they nail him when they're supposed to be focusing on Damon Kemp, unless Damon Kemp hired these two guys or asked these two guys to work with him? Because you saw Fear talking to Singer pretty much a couple of times beforehand saying, do this. He went with him, and now they attacked these two. The question is going to be, was it because of Damon Kemp? If it isn't, then that makes no damn sense. My guess is it is him. If they're going to make this mean something. Now, let's talk about Schism. I know I'm going to be skipping something, but I'm going to leave it if I'm missing anything. But I want to say this. When it comes to Schism and Ava Raine, which is The Rock's daughter. She's the new person there. She has been watched. I thought it was a guy at first. I didn't see the skirt. But then when they did show the skirt, I'm going like, who could that be? And then they showed her. And now she's part of Schism. This is what I wished had happened for Dominic Mysterio. You got The Rock's daughter starting from the ground up in NXT. I'm not even saying that this NXT is a good one. It's not. But I'm saying this. When it came to Dom, who still doesn't feel like he's owned his character, he feels too green still. He just feels still awkward. I'm not even saying she's going to be good, but at least she's starting from the ground up and going that way. At least I'll say that. Hopefully, working with Joe Gacy, working with Schism working in that faction. I'm hoping that she will get somewhere, but it's still a question. We got Deadly, Pretty Deadly versus the number one contenders of Blade and Eve. Well, Ifa. Ifui. And what is it? I keep forgetting how to pronounce the guy's name. I'm bad with names. Ife. I believe that's his name. Ife. Was it a good match? Yeah. But the question is going to be now, what now for Pretty Deadly? Are they going to be dealing with the Creeds? No, I doubt that. They're going to be dealing with Singer and Fear. So who are they going to deal with? Who? Who's next for them? That's going to be a big question. It's not the point if you like the match or not. This is what we got. Final thing we got to talk about. And I'm skipping Chase U on purpose. The new guy's interesting, but I'm going to keep leaving it. One, I don't remember what the guy's name is. And two, I want to see how far they're going to go when it comes to Chase dealing with this, the professor. We got the match I thought was pretty good, that I enjoyed. And that is Dragunov versus McDonough. And it was a good match. Then you see McDonough at the very end of it start bleeding from the mouth because of his taped ribs. Now, does this mean the story's over? Yes, for the moment. They're going to have McDonough now seem like a beast because he was able to hurt a Dragunov who he couldn't beat before that. He was kicked out of NXT, kicked out the old NXT UK version. The question's going to be, where are they going to go with him now? Or is he going to go after Taylor Bates? Is he going to go again after Braun Breaker? Is he going after maybe Apollo Crews? Because he wants to go out and get the world title. The question's going to be, where's McDonough? I think the reason I'm botching here is that I'm worried about the UK version wrestlers, that whoever's running it, and if it is HBK and he's not booking it correctly, I'm worried about the wrestlers from NXT originally from UK. I'm worried they're not going to book them correctly. Because we haven't seen Tyler Bates. McDonough and Dragunov are pretty good. But the question's going to be, where they're going to go. Particularly what we just saw in the very beginning of the show, that worries me. But this just means I hope you enjoy this NXT trash but okay ending. Give me a comment below. Peace.